All right, so I'm going to go over just the basics of how to do assignment number 1. So first thing you do is go to brianmarshall.com, click on Amazon Web Services. From here, it gives you a basic overview of the Amazon Web Services. If you click up Setting up AWS, it also tells you exactly what we're going to be doing for the web services. You're going to want to download Putty and Putty Gen for this assignment. Then we're going to log into our Amazon account. You should have already had this account. We're going to click on My Account and Amazon Management Console. From here, you're going to type in your email address and your password. And it's going to take you into this this dashboard page. You're going to click on the EC2, because that's the server page. And it's going to show you what instances you have running. If you click on instances, these are the actual computers that you have running. I'm going to terminate this instance because I only want to keep one running at a time. Let's double check this was the one I did yesterday. To double check it, I'm just going to type in the IP address. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and terminate that one. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch an instance. I'm just going to select the Ubuntu server, keep it in the free eligibility. I'm just going to leave this all and just click Review and Launch, and then Launch again. It's going to ask me, what do I want to do? Do I want to choose an existing pair key? I'm just going to say, you know what, let's create a new key pair. I like to call it the date. Today's the 17th. So 11/17/17. I'm going to download that key pair. And then I'm going to launch the instance while I'm waiting. Now, down here on the bottom, after I've launched that instance, you might have to scroll down, but just click View Instances. You're going to need that information. This is going to pop up a new IP address for you. So meanwhile, we're going to go into Putty Gen, and now we want to convert that file that we had from a PEM file, which we downloaded. You'll notice it's a PEM file, but in order to use Putty or to terminal in, we have to use a PPK file. So we're going to, this is a key generator. We're going to load that PEM file. And what we're going to do is, right now it's only looking for PPK files. So we're going to want to just go ahead and say, show me all the files, and then you'll notice that PEM file shows up. We click Open, and it says, hey, you've successfully imported it. Now, if we want, we can add a passphrase. This is going to lock this PPK file down so that no one, if they had your key, they still had to have your, say, password for that key to make it work. And then we're just going to click Save the Private Key. And I'm just going to save it right here. Save it just right where we used it, just like that. And I'm going to close this down. Now, I'm going to open up Putty. And there's two things you need to do on Putty. The first thing is up in the session, you need to give it up the public IP address. In this case, it's 34.205.127.138. And I could see that right here. Okay. Then I want to go over to the left and go to SSH and click on Authentication. So I hit the plus sign next to SSH and Authentication, and I want to browse to where that PPK file is. And I want to load that PPK file. Now when I click Open, it's going to give me this fingerprint saying, hey, this is the first time you've ever used this. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to click Yes. And I'm going to drag this down just a little bit so we could see it, make it a little bit bigger. So you would obviously go much faster than this. But I'm going to type in Ubuntu. And I'm going to type in that key. And now I'm logged in. I'm going to go ahead and make this just a little bit bigger so we could see it a little bit better. Okay. There we go. There we go. Bringing it nice. We can see everything that we're going to do. And at this point, I just want to update and upgrade my system. So I'm going to do a sudo apt get update. Now what this does is it goes out and eventually just says, hey, are there any updates? It doesn't actually update anything. Okay. Then we'll actually do a sudo apt get upgrade. And this is going to go and get all the fresh updates that we just found, and it's going to upgrade our system. And the way this new system is, you might be asked to do you might get a couple pink screens, and you just hit enter past those. So we'll wait and see what's going on. So here it's just saying that there's a new grub bootloader. It might not be like this. They might have already updated this in the new version. So when they do, you might or might not get this. If you get this screen, just hit enter twice, and it'll go past that. And then it will be finished. So now it's finished. I'm going to type in the command clear to clear the screen. And the last thing I want to do is sudo apt get install. That's the keyword is install Apache 2. Okay, all one word, all lowercase. I hit enter. Yes, and what this is this is the Linux version of a web server. It goes ahead and installs it. And now I'm going to test to see if that worked. At this point, I'm going to clear it, and then I'm just going to exit to get out of Putty. So I open up a new window, and I'm going to type in my IP address of 34.127.128. I'm going to copy that. And what you'll notice is down here it says it's not going to work, okay? And it's going to throw an error. And the reason for that not going to work, going to throw an error, is if you look back at the instance. Let's bring this up a little bit and look at our security tools, okay? Right now, our inbound rule, meaning our firewall on our system, the only thing that's allowed in right now is port 22, which is Putty. So what we want to do is we want to edit and add the HTTP. And it's going to automatically put it at port 80. We click save. And now it has added port 80 to our inbound firewall. So when we go back, it said, if you saw that really quickly, it said cannot be found, and then it refreshed, and now it found this new Apache 2 default web page. And that's pretty much it. What I want you to turn in is your not PEM file, but your PPK file, and any passphrase you might have on it, as well as your public IP address.